Hey, what's up, guys? This is MJ and Dane, and today we got to talk about the new 2025 Corvette ZR1. Dane made a prediction about this car a few days ago, and we're going to let Dane talk about this one because he's a GM expert around here. Dane, what do you have to say?
All I gotta say is roll the clip. I told you
Roll the
so.
clip.
I told you so. It was coming. It's happening. Roll the clip. There's another rumor I heard, and this should be coming out in the 2025 car, if all is true, and that this LT6 engine, that's already an absolute beast of a motor, is
Hmm.
probably going to get 1,000 horsepower rating with twin turbos. GM just pulled the limiter off of all of the engineers on the Corvette for the first time in history. Now they built some pretty cool cars,
Hmm.
and typically it seems like the way things have gone with Corvette is whenever they design a new chassis, of course the engineers have an idea of what they want to build, and it gets neutered down into like the Grand Sport, and then there's the Z51, which is a little bit better performance, and the more track focused Z06, and sometimes you get a ZL1 package. This new ZL1 is so far beyond anything that has ever happened before. I mean, you're talking over 1,000 horsepower, twin turbo. You're talking over 1,000 pound-feet of force, downforce, just with the aero package alone. You got
Whoa,
over 800 foot-pounds of torque from 3,000 RPM to 6,500 RPM. So it's not a peaky horsepower engine. This thing makes power
low
freaking
power.
everywhere.
So
Get
this
excited.
let's look at this official stats. This is a 5.5 liter V8 twin turbo, 1,064 horsepower and 828 pound-feet of torque. Top speed of 215 miles an hour. Dang, this is incredible. What's going on?
Yeah, dude. Like there are so few cars that have ever been produced that can beat this car in a top speed race. And that's not really I mean it's cool to be like the top speed car, but this car does so much more than anything else. Like at Nürburgring, they had four different test drivers go over 200 mile an hour. You know,
Whoa.
they're going to be setting records all over the place. This
All
car is
right.
a supercar killer.
Supercar. It says it's faster than the Bugatti.
Yeah, well,
Well,
to that
that's a
speed.
W16 engine.
Yeah, so I think the Bugatti goes faster top speed, but it gets to that number faster. I think is how they're saying that. Um,
Okay.
yeah, out of the box, you're talking a quarter mile time under 10 seconds out of the box, which is just incredible. They're putting down more power to one rear wheel than the Porsche GT3 makes in total.
Whoa.
Yeah, exactly. Like this thing is just an absolute freaking monster. Like I said, there's been no limiters put on this thing whatsoever. The
Wow.
actual engineers go out and build the car that they wanted to build.
I love it when they let engineers just do the best that they could possibly do, and then they just destroy the competition like this. This is awesome.
Oh yeah, and it's like something that GM guys like me have been asking for, because they do a really good job of hitting like right in the middle or a little bit above on like that performance standard. Like we're going to make you a really reliable platform, but it's not going to be the most horsepower. It's not going to be the least. And you're always like, man, if I just had the little bit more, or if you just put like that really nice engine in the truck or whatever it might be, this thing is like blows everything away.
All right. So it says while Corvette wasn't ready to give hard numbers, officials said the car should be able to hit a top speed comfortably above 215 miles per hour. They went on to suggest that the top speed could be significantly higher than that and confirmed the model won't be electronically limited. Oh my God. It's going to be the fastest car in the whole world.
That's what I mean. I was like, we're not gonna put any extra safeties on it, no extra nannies, no
No
BS.
safety.
We're gonna give you an absolute monster of a car.
Oh my God. This is crazy. So Dane, what is faster, this or the Dodge Demon? Was it 170?
Yeah, this will be faster.
This is faster. Oh my
Well,
gosh.
and so the Dodge Demon 170 to do that speed in the quarter mile time has to be on a prep surface and has to have all these extra special little things happening. If for some reason, giving the Dodge Demon all the things that it needs to run that time, you put this car next to it, and the Dodge Demon wins, I don't think it's going to be by more than a fender. But like
Okay.
we have to have a lot of things stacked in the direction. You put these cars side by side in the street, Corvette's blowing it away. You have so
All
much
right.
more mechanical traction with a mid-engine car. And that's why the Corvette never really could compete with Ferrari and Lamborghini at that really high end status in the past when they were front wheel drive, or not front wheel drive, front engine, rear wheel drive. The weight bias is just awful a little bit there. They were still great handling cars and did awesome, but they were never the track focused monster that this thing is now.
So are these mid-engine?
Oh yeah, the engine's
They're
right
mid-
behind the driver and passenger's head.
Okay, that's another. Yeah, that was another thing people with Corvettes always had a problem with. They wanted the mid-engine so they could have better performance and handling and things like that. So it looks like they've done that. They've given us a new monster of an engine. So it says, while the article states, and this is from Car Scoops, by the way, I'll put the link in the description if you want to read it. So it says, while the Demon is a quarter-mile bruiser, the times are a little surprising considering the ZR1 is significantly lighter. In particular, the coupe weighs about 3,600 pounds, and the Corvette and the convertible weighs about 3,700 pounds. So
yeah, the guys that are just looking at the time, like that Dodge says that car will do, like they did that time one time again on a prep purpose, everything in their favor. And there's a lot that goes on in the drag racing world to try and get cars to leave a little faster, to try and give them as much advantage as possible. This car is not set up for that whatsoever. Like to do that on that Dodge Demon, they got to put skinny lightweight front tires on. They have an optional passenger seat, which wasn't in the car at all, right? They did a lot of things to pull weight out of it to make that.
Oh, they took the seat out.
Yeah. You put these things in street.
That's kind of cheating.
Well, that's what I mean. It's drag racing. It's not what this car is built for, but the Demon is, and so you do all these special things to try and make it, launch really fast, get a really quick ET from 0 to 60, and then you can make an even better time out the back end. It makes the horsepower. This car is getting a lot of mechanical grip while being a, street focused or like road racing focused, beast. You're never going to do that with the Dodge.
Look at this giant spoiler. It needs it though. It's going fast as lightning.
Carbon on the car, yeah, and all that stuff's real, So at speed, all that extra aero is adding an extra. They came up with it in metric, so they said 500 some odd kilos of downforce, which equates to a little over 1,000, about 1,200 pounds of force additional pressing down on that car, right? So all that extra force pressing down on the car just gives you that much more grip too, so you can handle corners that much better at speed.
It looks a little different. Did they update the look of it? It looks cleaner.
Yeah, they did a little bit.
I like the way it looks now. I think the one before, it looked like it seemed like there's too many angles. Like, it's confusing to look at. I know that sounds weird, but this one is a little softer on the eyes. It's not as many million little angles. It looks great.
It is by far the best looking Corvette. When the C8 first came out, I was a hater, and I just wasn't that into it. A Corvette's always been a front engine rear drive car. I wish it would just stay that way. And once I heard the rumors that this thing was going to be the beast that it is now, and now seeing it in reality, yeah, I'm all on that Corvette train right now.
You didn't want it to be mid-engine?
Oh yeah, the original C8 was mid-engine when they came out with that. What was it, like 2022 or something like that?
You didn't want that?
I just didn't. It just wasn't what a Corvette always was to me. So I just didn't. I just always like the C7. I thought was still a better looking car. I didn't really like the way the C8 looked, but this is the best looking Corvette ever. This thing looks fantastic. Yeah, in this specific trim, the ZL1, and I believe that the trim package we're looking at, it's called the ZTK aero package. Yeah, which is a special option, but.
Yeah. But Dane, how much does this cost?
Well, numbers I don't believe have been released yet. They're saying it's going to be under 200, but considering it's going to be probably limited production.
This is a supercar.
Right, there'll be dealer markups and all that good stuff, so it'll probably be well over 2 by the time you get one.
All right, Dane, you got to get one of these. Sell all your Silverados immediately.
If I sold all my Silverados, I wouldn't even have a good down payment.
I don't know. I might have to sell the Camry. Maybe we could combine and get one.
We'll split time.
Anybody want to buy my Camry for $150,000?
Dude, I wish I could afford one of these things. Like, I've never been so excited about a new car that I
This is
can't buy.
nice.
Yeah,
If I bought this car, I'd have to take like driving lessons.
it's a good idea. I see people do that when I do track days. A lot of times at the track days that I'll go to, the nicest cars you see are in the novice class because they kind of have a coach working with groups of people. They talk to them after each run, and they kind of talk to guys and see where they're having issues on track. So guys that are buying new cars like this will, for the first time, they'll kind of go do an event like that to try and understand how it handles, how to use everything, what the
Yeah.
driving lines are. And then like the advanced and like expert guys are all like in beaters because they're just running the hell out of their car. The
Yeah,
super nice street cars like this.
for the people who have enough money to buy a car like this, I would suggest definitely getting driving lessons. Don't drive this car on the street to its full potential. You're going to be
Yeah,
just
yeah,
drive it on the track, enjoy
yeah,
it, learn how to drive it, and you'll be fine.
yeah. It's pretty cool to be the first guy to have one of these, especially that anybody knows. But don't be the first guy on YouTube that has it wrapped around a tree. Don't be that guy.
Oh yeah, don't, because we're all going to laugh because we're all jealous that we don't have
Yeah, we're gonna call you a rich prick and that you're stupid and all that good stuff. But
it.
don't
Yeah,
do it. Yeah.
don't be that guy. Just take care of it and drive it in the
Yeah,
track.
be cool. Give Dane and MJ rides. Maybe throw us the keys once in a while, and we'll tell you how awesome
Yeah,
you are, how cool your car is. Yeah,
yeah, we'll do a nice video.
yeah,
Oh man. So yeah, hats off to GM. They have done a great job. I think Dodge is maybe feeling a little salty that they stopped making the Hemi. They did their last call with the Demon, and now the Corvette is now the king of the road, it looks like. I don't know.
yeah.
Maybe Dodge should get some inspiration and come back and do something, get something close to this.
Maybe I don't know. Dodge never really built a car like this before. That was designed to perform like this.
Yeah,
They've
this
never.
is
They've had two-door coupes that were kind of like GT cars, but never a performance car like in a road racing or kind of
yeah, this
application like
isn't
that.
this is a lot more than just a drag strip car. This is like a
This is not that at
This is a
all. Yeah.
legitimate supercar, and I am glad that GM has shown the world what they are capable of. The
Hmm.
supercar wars are heating up. We got the Corvette. There's a Bugatti out there. There's all other type of vehicles. There's a
Yeah.
Porsche that's a hybrid Porsche that's unbelievable with
Yeah.
electric turbos. ICE is not going anywhere, people. You could talk
No,
about electric cars all you want, but now we got this, and it's game on.
I think that's the coolest thing about this too. They did everything they did. They did kind of in an old school way, but with like all the best technology. No hybrid drives. They're just using the engineering technology abilities that they have to make the best thing available with like kind of that old school vibe, right? It's still very mechanical.
Yeah. All right, cool. Well, we are super excited. Let us know in the comments, how do you feel? Do you wish you could buy one of these vehicles? Do you think that the Corvette is now the king of the road? I wish I could have one now. I think it looks great, and I think it's the best right now. It's the best thing out there. And
Yeah.
GM has done it. GM is king of the hill right now. Who is going to try to challenge for the throne? We will find out. Let us know in the comments what you think. Thank you for tuning in, and have a good one.
See you next time.